of standing mobility, and then we're going to come into some stretches on the floor. So make sure you've got, I mean, if you've got a mat, that would be perfect. So that obviously cushioning any joints as we come down. So we are going to start with some stands and stuff, a little bit of mobility into the joints. Feel free to share this as well so other people can come and join us. And this is going to be for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do little mobility sessions on a Monday at 7. So I thought I'd start with the hip this week, and then as the weeks go on, I'll bring in different parts. And if anyone's got any suggestions of anything that they want to work on, or any issues that they've got, feel free to drop in the comments or drop me a message and let me know, and then I can add it in, and then the weeks will get longer then, so the more I can add in, and then it's like a little toolbox that you've got that you can go to at any time if you feel you need to just have a little bit of mobility or do a little bit of stretching, or you've got any little niggles here and there. So hope you're well. Thank you for joining me tonight, whoever's joining me live. Let me know if you're here, and let me know if you're going to actually join in and do some of this mobility with me. You know I love to hear from you. You know I love to. I love a chat. So we are going to start standing. You can be in bare feet. I'd probably be better in bare feet actually. You don't need to have anything special. If you haven't got a mat, I need to worry about it. So we're going to start with hip opening. So we're going to open and then bring it in. So we're going to open into the hip and then bring the hip in. And again, for 2 more. And in. The last one, open. Change sides. We take it open and in. This is my wobbly side. And in. Go again. We open out and in. 1 more. Open and in. Take the feet wide, side lunge. So this opens up into the inner thigh. It starts to work. I'm going to have to take my socks off, I'm sliding. Starts to work into the inner thigh and awaken it up as well. So this is really good mobility and warm up. Take it to a double. So we double it side, then double, and again double, and then take it side to side. Just start to open up. 4 more. And hey, bring it to centre. Fold forward. Step back. And then push into a downward dog. And from here, just have a little pedal out to the feet. Pushing the heels down if that feels good. And dropping forward. And sitting back. Into the heels, stretching it out. Then we're going to come up onto our knee. We're going to take our right leg in front. Now we want to make sure that our knee isn't tracking over the toe. So if it is, just step the foot out a little bit so your knee is in line with your ankle. And if you need to, you can put something under that back knee. We're going to take it inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to drop the hip forward. And then we're going to bring it back. And then from there, we're just going to do some little tilt forward back. So remember where it went then, and then we'll see if it'll go a little bit further. So a little pelvic tilt, push, back, start to warm up into the hip, waking up into this area, and then we drop forward again. So we're into the hip flexor, the front into our psoas muscle, reaching up, and then just taking it over. So we're getting right into that hip. So we're not putting any force. We're not straining the front knee. We're not putting any force into this back hip. We're just stretching it out. Reaching it over a little bit, you'll get a stretch more into the side. And then bringing it back, and coming back to those little hip tilts. Just stretching out anything here. This time bringing the hand down and just walk the right foot out so the toe turns out and it's wider than the mat, and then just gently using the hand just to push into that hip. So we're not forcing it, we're just bringing it forward. Bringing the hands down, opening into the hip. And then bringing it back to centre, straightening out the front leg, releasing anything from the hamstring into the back. And then bring it back, tuck the toes under, take it high into downward dog again, go to a little pedal out, and then drop forward this time, bringing the left leg forward, checking the alignment as we did before, drop forward, see how it feels, and then bring it up and just do some little tilts. So by doing this, we're just kind of bringing a little bit of mobility in, a little bit of warmth into this area. Forward, back. And these are things that you can do pre-workout, post-workout, mobility, and then we drop, and this is more of a post-workout, stretching it over. So feel that stretch, just psoas muscle at the front. And quite often when we get tight hips, it can contribute to lower back pain. So you want to make sure that, as well as doing stretches and strengthening for your back, that you're focusing on the anterior part of the hips as well. Bringing it in, walking that foot out like we did before, turning it out. And you'll notice that one side's completely looser or tighter than the other. We've always got a better side. Try not to compare one side to the other though, because I wouldn't want to be symmetrical, it would be boring, wouldn't it? And then bringing it in, stretching into the hamstring, and then releasing it down, taking it back, pushing it up. This time we're going to take the right leg into the air and take the heel back and open up into the hip. We're then going to bring the right leg through and put it in front into what's classed as pigeon pose. Now if this is too much, bring yourself into mermaid, which is both legs bent, or extend back into pigeon. One of my favourite stretches for hips and for glutes as well. You can either stay there, up onto the hands, or you can bring yourself forward to stretch it out here. Keep breathing through. And then bring that back leg in now to that bent position, which was the mermaid, and just stretching it over to one side. That's one of my little favourites. Getting all my favourites tonight. And then reaching it over. And then coming back, pushing back into downward dog. Same thing with left leg, so left leg comes up, we open up into the hip, and then we bring it through. And you'll notice one side, you'll be so much more open than the other side. If the knee starts to hurt, bringing the foot more towards the groin, but remember you've got the option of going to like this zigzag type leg. And then bringing it down if you want to. Bringing yourself up into mermaid now. And we're just going to do some little stretches, just side to side, just to loosen out. And then bring them both legs in front. Bring the right knee into the chest, hugging it in. And then twisting it round, taking it inhale, and as you exhale, just allowing the body to twist round, and you'll feel it coming all the way up into the leg. You'll even feel it in the spine, level back as well. Take nice big deep breaths and focus them. Push yourself through to pain, just go to where it feels comfortable. Bringing yourself into centre, change sides, notice the difference. Twisting it round. Nice big deep breaths. Bringing it in, I'm going to give you two options. You can either put the flats of the feet together and just sit up into butterfly, or if you want more of a deep stretch, you come up, you take the feet, turn the toes out as wide as the mat, you come down, making sure the feet are flat, you push away with the elbows, and you sit nice and tall into Buddha squat, yoga squat, and this will get a little bit deeper, but it's not for everyone, so if it's not for you, just bring yourself into butterfly. It's one of my favourite ones to do, but today my knee is saying no, so I'm going to listen. Makes a change for me to listen, doesn't it? And then we're going to bring the knees into the chest, and we're going to lie ourselves back. Keep hold of the right leg, let the left leg go straight, and then just guide the right knee out with circles. So circle out into the hip, see how it feels. And then just hold it open into the hip. Change sides to bring the left leg in and just start to circle the knee. And then open up into that hip. Bringing both knees into the chest. Keeping hold of the right leg. Put the left foot on the floor. Put the right foot onto the left knee. And just let the knee drop out to the side. just slight little push with the hand. Now you can either stay here, or if your head and your shoulders don't get compromised, you can bring the left knee in, grab hold of the thigh and pull it into like that figure four. But what you don't want is your head coming off and all start rounding into the back. So if that happens, just keep the left foot on the floor and just keep opening out. Drop the right foot over to the left and take the head to the right and get a stretch there. And then bringing it in, bringing it down, bring the left leg in, hug it in. And then again, either just let the knee drop out. So you don't want to be like rounding your shoulders to come up. You still want to be relaxed. So if that means that you have to keep the foot on the floor, then that's so be it. Doesn't mean that one stretch is better than the other. And then bringing it down, dropping the left foot to the right, taking the head to the left. And then bringing it in, bringing knees into chest, just giving them a little hug. Rocking yourself up to seated. Put the flats of the feet together again, and then just stretch it out. Sit nice and tall. Take the legs out in front and just let it stretch forward, releasing any tension from the body. And then slowly just bring it up. And we are done. So I hope you enjoyed it. This was just, it's Monday mobility every single Monday. As I said, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be coming on and doing this. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Drop me in a little comment. If you're watching this on the catch up, let me know. And feel free to share it as well so other people can do it. And we can share the love and we can help everyone's hips out. So if you find some of the mobility stuff you can do, especially if you're running, you can do pre-run as mobility, and the stretching stuff is always post-workout. So there was stuff in that little 15 minutes that we done that can be done pre and post-workout, and that was the point of it. So every week on a Monday, I'm just going to come in, I'm going to give you little different things to do. But this week was hip as we go on. If there's anything specific you want to work on, mobility or stretch-wise, drop me in a message, drop me a comment, and I'll happily add it in at some point. But thank you for joining me tonight. I hope it's helped. Please let me know if it helped, and if it helped loosen the hips up a little bit. And I'll hope